Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be building a house for the Sims that I made in my previous video. If you'd like to watch that video, I'm gonna link it down below. So the lot is empty, I don't have any reference to go off of, so I'm just gonna build something that I think looks nice and also fits the family that I created and cast in my previous video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the chaos that you are about to witness. Oh hey there, someone told me that you came here for some chaos. Well boy, do I have some chaos for you. Do you see it? It's on the screen. This is a disaster and we've only just started. I'm so bad at starting out houses. I feel like I do the same thing over and over again. I just take a box and then I add more boxes to it, and that's exactly what Simsy does too. She's taught me very well. It's just like a funky box. That's what a house is, right? Now something that I did in this build that I don't normally do because I think it's a sin is putting the chimney in the front of the house. You can already see that I kind of have that set up there. Usually I like to put the chimney on the side of the house or on the back of the house towards like one of the sides. Never in the middle and never in the front. But some houses do have chimneys in the front and it's pretty aesthetic. So I decided to try and go for that this time, and I think that it did turn out pretty okay. I ended up covering it with the giant oak tree anyways in the end. Like, I covered most of the house with a giant oak tree because my entire house is a sin. And you're supposed to cover your mistakes with trees, so I think I did a good job with that. Anyways, if I hadn't said it enough times in my intros, this is actually the house for the Creative Sim family that I made in my last video. Now, this family consists of two moms and a young child. He's a son. He's a son. The son is an artist. He really enjoys art and all of those things. One of his moms is probably what you would consider to be a tiger mom. Her goal is to make sure that her family lineage is successful, so I can imagine her harassing her son to do his work all the time. And then the other mom is a criminal mastermind. Now, I probably would have liked to have had this family in a house that I could spend more money on because I think it would have been cool to make a secret lair for the other mom that's like the evil mastermind. But I decided to put them in this house, and I guess it's kind of good to have a cover. So maybe if they live in a harmless looking suburban, no one will know like she's secretly evil. I think we'll play it that way. It's her cover. She lives in a low-class suburban neighborhood. But anyways, this house consists of 2 bedrooms and 1.5 baths. I was not able to fit another full bathroom in this house, unfortunately. We just did not have the money for that. I wanted to keep the money within 25 to 30,000 simoleons, so it's kind of a starter home, but not exactly, because a starter home is exactly 20,000 simoleons or less. So this is a little bit more expensive, but I think it's okay because it is for a townie family. At least that's how I'm justifying it, so I feel better about myself. And we all know that I really need to start being nicer to myself. I am so mean to myself all the time. I'm the kind of person that's a perfectionist. Like, if it's not done right, throw it away. Throw the whole person away. Get it out of here. She doesn't deserve to be here. I'm like a big bully, and I was talking about this on my stream. I was like, I really need to chill out. Like, I'm so hard on myself. I'm doing great. Like, pat myself on the back. This has been a rough year, and here we are thriving out here. I really need to give myself some more credit. And if you're listening and you feel the same way, try to think of one thing that you've done amazing recently, maybe in the past week or maybe even today, and just take time to appreciate that you did that. At least that's what I'm doing, and I guess I should probably take my own advice more often than not. So maybe me saying this out loud to you guys will help encourage me to do it as well. I don't know how that works, but let's just pretend. Anyways, the floor plan of this build turned out to be relatively simple. Usually I struggle with finding out where I want to put the staircase and fitting the bedrooms in the upper floor, but it kind of worked perfectly because I managed to fit one bedroom up on the top floor and I put the child's bedroom down on the bottom floor. I think I mainly struggled with the kitchen layout and the living room because it is a smaller space and I didn't want to make the house too large, so it was a little bit interesting, and you'll see what I mean when we start placing furniture. I struggled quite a bit, but I managed to fit a half bathroom downstairs, a bedroom downstairs, and then a bedroom and a full bath upstairs. I feel like floor plans are always the hardest part because what I tend to do is I will place the front part of the house first. I'll place the windows there, but then I will stop and I will go finish the floor plan in the middle of that. And then I go through and add the windows on the rest of the house after I finish the floor plan, because I think that the floor plan matters more than the window placement. And that's just me. I know that other builders do it in different ways, but I have a very particular order in which I build. And sometimes people will come to my live streams when I'm building and they'll be like, hey, you forgot the door. And I'm like, oh, that's not in my order. Calm down. You don't know what you're saying. Like, I have a very specific, like in my head, like an order of operations that I go through. And it really throws me off when someone comes in and they're like, have you tried the rug yet? And I'm like, no, we're not at the rug. So I don't know. I find it to be like a little bit annoying if it's someone that I literally don't recognize in my chat and they're just like yelling at me. But if it's like a regular or someone I recognize and they're giving me a friendly suggestion, I'm definitely like, oh yeah, let's try that. But don't come into my Twitch chat and be like, Hey, you didn't finish the bedroom yet as I'm working on the kitchen. Like, please. I do have an order of how I do things. I like to put like the statement pieces in first, so like the big pieces of furniture, and then I go through and I add accents. I add smaller pieces of furniture, I add chairs, I add lamps, and then I add like things on the wall, then I add rugs, then I add like wallpaper, flooring. Sometimes I do wallpaper and flooring first. Like, listen, it's all in here. You guys gotta trust me on this. I do gotta admit though, I have been struggling with these base game only builds because I always remember an object that I'm like, oh, this would fit perfectly here. And then I have to remind myself it's not base game, and it really makes me hurt a lot. So I'm very excited to go into a pack world where I can use some actual items. I'm keeping it to base game only so that way when I do create this into a save file, you guys will be able to download it and it will be accessible as long as you have the game, obviously. But I am getting quite bored. However, this is the last house where we have such a low budget. We are going to be moving to the middle class neighborhood next week, which I'm very excited about. A lot of the houses over in the next neighborhood are pretty cursed though, so I am a little bit scared as well, and the videos are just going to keep getting longer and longer. I already struggle with trying to fill the void and talking in these voiceovers, so get ready for a lot more rambling than normal. Maybe I'll keep some stories instead of telling them right now. I'll save them for next video. Call rain check on these stories because I do have something exciting that happened to me this week, which is kind of crazy because quarantine means that I don't get to go out and see anything, and I'm sure you guys feel the same. Your weeks kind of feel repetitive at this point. It's just like, where did the time go? It's already December. It's like Halloween. Did we not just have Halloween? What? You know, like, I don't understand what's happening. Apparently Christmas is coming soon, and I think that's a little rude. I'm not ready yet. But something I am excited for is snow and Animal Crossing. Right now, I'm not time traveling, so I am on December 6th right now, and the snow is not sticking yet. But someone in my chat told me that it will stick to the ground on December 11th, so I'm very excited for that. That will be happening next week, and I think that will be the highlight of my week, honestly. So get ready if you play Animal Crossing. Speaking of Animal Crossing, if you do play Animal Crossing, what is your favorite Animal Crossing villager? It is a well-known fact that Lily is my favorite Animal Crossing villager. She is pure, she is wholesome, and she is perfect. If you come in here and talk bad about Lily, I am going to literally yeet you out of my door. I don't want to talk to you. Lily is perfect, and you cannot convince me otherwise. She's so wholesome, and in my main Switch, I actually have her in my town, and she tends to go and read by the river. She puts on like these little reading glasses, and they just look so cute on her. And she sits under a tree by the river and just reads, and it's so peaceful and cute. I've actually been considering restarting my original island though, which does have Lily on it, but I assume that I will be able to get her back eventually. And I was wondering if it would even be reasonable for me to create like a Animal Crossing playthrough series, because I was checking YouTube and there aren't very many Animal Crossing Let's Plays out there that are more recent. There are some from whenever the game first came out, but I feel like I want to restart my island now, so I don't know if that would even do well on YouTube or be relevant. But if this interests you and it's something you might want to watch, let me know in the comments down below, and I will consider creating an Animal Crossing Let's Play. It will be a lot of fun, and we'll be able to take it slow, and I think it will be kind of exciting to set certain tasks for us to do every day, and I don't know, we'll see where it goes. I'm not sure exactly how I will split up the content because I figure you guys won't want to watch me run around and pick up sticks all day, but it'll be kind of fun to go on a journey together and see the island develop, I think. Anyways, I'm so sorry for talking about things that aren't relevant to today's build, so let me get back to it. So I am here finishing the furnishing, and I think I went with the dark wood color scheme. I tend to do this a lot. I prefer using dark tones over the lighter like birch tones or like white. I really think I need to branch out in one of these builds that is coming up, but we'll see what happens. Also, I'm kind of mad at myself for not using platforms at all in this build because I am trying to integrate the new ways of building. What's the word for that? The new methods, the new tools that they've given us. Brain dead, head empty, only builds. Sorry guys, but I do like using platforms and I'm trying to integrate them a little bit more in my builds. So hopefully in a larger house with more money, I will be able to do that. This house is very simple and I didn't get as much of the personality of The Sims into this house as I wanted to, which is a little bit sad. So I do apologize for that. Now, as we're coming to the end of the build, I do hope you guys enjoyed this speed build and I will be giving you a full tour of everything in the house and explaining my thought process when it came to building it as well. So please sit back and enjoy the tour. Also, real quick, one last thing. If you guys would like to help support me, the best Christmas gift that I could get for the end of the year would be to get monetized on YouTube, and to do that, you do need watch hours. So please keep that in mind. We are about 1,000 away, and I'm hoping that we can hit that before the end of the year. You guys are doing awesome. Thank you for all the support so far, and seriously, I do not understand I can't fathom it. Thank you so much for all the love. I would like to start off by saying the lighting on this lot is absolutely terrible, so the screenshots don't look good or anything of that sort. So I apologize in advance. Let's go ahead and take a tour of what we created here today. So curbside appealed, I'd say it looks pretty good. There's very obviously not a built-in backyard, so if you do happen to download this house, that might be something you want to add. This is the floor plan of the house. It's slightly covered by the tree. I'm sorry about that. So we have a nice little entry hallway. I really don't like how this door looks. Like, if I could, I would in fact move that over to the side, but then it wouldn't be lining up with the window that's above it. So I had to do it that way. We'll just pretend we do not see it. So this is the entry hallway, very nice and simple. This is what I would imagine to be a child's bedroom off to the side here, very simple. We've got a Blarfy and a few toys in here. This is all base game, by the way. Over here we have a kitchen, dining, and living room. The kitchen is actually pretty large and has room for expansion. This is the living room space, which is kind of small and kind of cramped, but I do like how it came out. I think it's kind of cozy. And then we do have a very small dining space. So if there's something that I would add on to this house as I play through it, I would probably make a proper dining room. Then through the kitchen over here, we have a half bath for the downstairs. It's not that convenient, and I would probably chop this off and create a back porch in the future, but for now, I think having an extra bathroom is very, very important. Upstairs, we have the landing and a little area where I would imagine your Sims would probably have a computer, but we could not afford one with our budget. And then this is the master bedroom. So we have a full bedroom. I really like the bay window in this space. It's just very cozy, very nice. And I'm sure that you can find a way to clutter this. And then we have a full bathroom upstairs. So I would say the major downfall of this house is your child Sim will have to come upstairs to shower and bathe themselves because the bathroom downstairs does not have a shower or a tub. But that's a starter home for you. There's always something wrong with it. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this speed build. I had a lot of fun building it because I was able to make specifications to it without having a pre-existing template, which was very, very fun. I also experimented with putting the chimney in the front of the house, even though it's mainly covered at the moment. I had fun with that as well. For our next recording, our next video, we are going to be renovating Rindle Rose, which is this house over here. I'll give you guys a quick little look at it. It is very, very colorful. This is it. So come back next time in my next video and watch me try to turn this into something that's less of a nightmare. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to like and subscribe as well. It really, really helps out. But thank you guys so much for the support already. At the time of this recording, we are roughly 1,000 hours away from getting monetized, and that's incredible. You guys have been so supportive and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I don't know what I'm singing. This is my outro. But thanks. See you next time. Love you. Bye.